Imagine this. A blaring siren cuts through your quiet evening, and a robotic voice booms. This is not a test. While you're fumbling for the remote, governments are already 10 steps ahead, huddled in underground cities, sipping filtered water, and plotting your escape. Yep, cities, not just bunkers. These aren't rumors. They're declassified secrets, and they're jaw-dropping. From hidden fortresses to evacuation tunnels, the world's leaders have been prepping for WW3 with a playbook so clever, it's practically a heist movie script. And here's the kicker. You can steal their strategies to outsmart chaos yourself. Stick around, because this isn't just fascinating, it's crucial for your survival. Let's dive into the juicy stuff. Governments have been quietly scheming for decades, and thanks to declassified documents, we've got the dirt on how they're gearing up for the big one. Bunker locations, emergency broadcasts, evacuation routes, these aren't just plans, they're masterclasses in preparedness. So, what's in it for you? A lot. Let's break it down, section by section, with a dash of wit and a whole lot of wow. Bunker locations. VIP hideouts. Civilian hacks picture a secret lair that'd make James Bond raise an eyebrow. Governments aren't messing around with their bunkers. They're building high-tech sanctuaries that laugh in the face of nuclear blasts. Take the Cheyenne Mountain Complex in Colorado. Buried under 2,000 feet of granite, it's got gyms, hospitals, and enough canned goods to outlast a zombie apocalypse. Then there's Raven Rock in Pennsylvania, a shadowy mini-city for military bigwigs. And don't sleep on Russia's rumored Metro 2, a secret subway system so mysterious, it's practically urban legend. These spots are engineered to survive anything: bombs, EMPs, maybe even bad Wi-Fi. What's the secret sauce? Location and resilience. They're tucked under mountains, deep underground, shielded from the chaos above. You don't need $1 billion to mimic this. Think of your own bunker light. Got a basement? An interior room with no windows? A sturdy pantry? That's your fortress. Stock it with power essentials. Water, 1 gallon per person per day. Non-perishable food, canned beans. Anyone? A first aid kit, and a battery-powered radio. It's not a penthouse suite, but it'll keep you alive when the sky gets grumpy. Emergency broadcasts. The soundtrack of survival, you know, those creepy test alerts that interrupt your binge watch? That's the government flexing its emergency broadcast muscles. Systems like the US's Emergency Alert System, EAS, or the UK's Handle are built to scream warnings through every speaker they can hijack: TVs, radios, even your phone. In a WW3 scenario, these are your golden ticket to knowing what's up when the world's on fire. They're tested obsessively, because when the real deal hits, there's no room for, oops, mic's off. So, how do you adapt this? Don't just sit there waiting for the robot voice to save you. Power grids could crash, cell towers could melt, and your precious 5G might ghost you. Solution: grab a hand crank or solar-powered radio. These little heroes don't need batteries and can snag AM, FM, and NOAA weather channels. Add a landline phone. Yes, those relics still work when cell networks choke. And here's a power move. Memorize your local emergency frequencies. It's like knowing the cheat codes to a game you really don't want to lose. Evacuation routes. Outrunning the apocalypse, governments don't just wing it when disaster looms. They've got evacuation plans tighter than a drum. The US has the National Response Framework, a blueprint for herding millions to safety. Some countries go full sci-fi. Switzerland's got tunnels and shelters for its entire population, while others plot to evacuate cities through secret underground networks. It's less run for your life, and more Ocean's 11 meets Doomsday. You're not getting a VIP pass to those tunnels, so let's get real. Map your own great escape. No two ways out of your area. One main highway. Good luck with traffic. And one sneaky back road. Pro tip. Test them out on a random Tuesday so you're not improvising when missiles fly. Pick a family meet-up spot. Somewhere safe, familiar, like that park you always pass. And pack a go bag. Water, snacks, flashlight, first aid, and copies of your ID. Because bureaucracy doesn't die, even in WW3. It's like prepping for a road trip, except the playlist is Sirens. Civilian Playbook. Stealing the government's best moves. Alright, let's tie this together. Governments obsess over three things: protection, communication, and mobility. You should too. It's the trifecta of not dying. Here's how to adapt their genius without a top-secret clearance. Protection. No mountain bunker? No problem. Reinforce what you've got. Stockpile water and food for at least 2 weeks. Think canned goods, not caviar. Secure your space. Duct tape for windows. Fallout's a jerk. A fire extinguisher. Maybe an air filter if you're fancy. It's not sexy, but it's survival. Communication. Don't bet on your iPhone saving the day. Beyond that crank radio, consider a whistle or signal mirror for local SOS vibes. Want to go hardcore? Learn Morse code or snag a ham radio license. It's geeky now, clutch later. Mobility. Plans aren't enough, practice them. Run evacuation drills with your crew. Time yourself grabbing that go bag and hitting the door. It's like a family game night, but the prize is staying alive. Here's the real mind blower. Governments aren't prepping because WW3's guaranteed. They're prepping because being caught off guard is for suckers. You don't need to be paranoid to follow suit. You just need to be pragmatic. These tricks aren't just for war. They'll bail you out of hurricanes, blackouts, or that time your neighbor's barbecue goes nuclear. So, while the suits are carving out their underground empires and sketching escape routes, you've got the smarts to keep up. Be ready, stay sharp, and who knows? You might just be the one laughing when the world flips the script.